Hi and welcome to another episode of Fairmont Rainmakers. Today I will talk about something quite important. It's a question that I ask myself sometimes. I never felt depressed in my life, but there is a lot of people that they just get depressed. When I was a kid, sometimes I didn't feel great when I was a kid. When I was about 13, 14, I started to read about metaphysics and about how the mind works and about the 7 universal laws as well. I will talk about the 7 universal laws in another episode. I will talk about all of them. But they're also in a book that you can read. It's called the Kybalion. I will put a link on the description. So I want to talk about depression. Why people get depressed. I believe that sometimes people get depressed and they can be in a dark place because, or also why people get anxiety. Like I think is because goals and also the network. So you need to have goals, okay, and you need to have the right network around you. So you need to get around the right people. But the problem is, if you live with your parents, if you live with people that is negative, then it's difficult. So it's good if you have internet, if you can get some books, just immerse yourself into reading good books, watch videos from positive people. It's great that now there is a lot of information that you can access. Many years ago, it was impossible to access a lot of information, but at the same time, you have a lot of information that is bad that you can also access. So you need to choose the right information, okay? But to choose the right information, I believe that you need to set goals, okay? It can be any kind of goals. A lot of people have goals of contribution where they just want to help people in some way. I believe, everyone needs financial goals as well. You need to be able to support yourself, your family, and then to contribute to the world in some way. But you need goals, okay? You really need goals. If you feel depressed, if you feel bad, if you feel that you're not feeling great with yourself, you need goals, okay? And then you need to, it's like if you have a target, okay? If you see targets, they are a circle and a dot in the middle, okay? And it's interesting because if you set big goals in your life, okay, the target is the same, okay, and it will take you many years. If you have a very big goal, it will take you many years to achieve that goal, okay. It's about relativity, it's about time, and it's about the effort that you put into the goal, okay, and it's also about your network, okay. For example, if you want to make 100 million, okay, and your friends are Bill Gates and Warren Buffett, okay, you are friends with them. You don't have any money. Let's say you live in the same place where you live now. Everything is the same, but they are your friends, okay, and they talk to you every week. Sometimes they invite you to their houses and everything. It will be so much easier for, even if they don't do deals with you, just with the knowledge that they give you, just with the advice, just like they will also introduce context to you. They will help you a lot, okay. So if you have them as friends, then you are privileged. Like you can achieve your goals a lot faster than without them as your friends, okay, or as your contacts, as your mentors, okay. So you need the right network, okay. You need the right network, and that, I believe, is one of the most difficult things, because to break relationships is difficult sometimes. If you are around the wrong people and you like them, then you won't be able to break that relationship. But a lot of times it's very important to do it because they are just a pain. I mean, and you don't want pain in your life, okay. You need to stay away of negative people. You need to stay away of problematic people, of toxic people. You need to get around the right people, okay. The right people is just the right people. I mean, I don't think that I need to explain, okay. Well, I think I shouldn't have to explain who are the right people. But everyone that is toxic, everyone that is negative, okay, everyone that is like ignorant, okay, they're not the right people for you, okay. They won't help you. If they are just telling you they want to go and drink, party, smoke, they just want to take drugs, I mean, of course they are not the right people, okay. And you cannot change them. You need to be selfish. You need to care about yourself only. You need to care about your own life. So you need to break from negative people, okay. So if you have but everything starts with a goal, okay, with a target, okay. You need to have a target. You really need to have a target. And I think a lot of people get depressed because the thing is that when you have a target, okay, your brain works differently, okay, because the brain is a machine, and we are not our brain only, okay. We are more than our brain. We are not our bodies only. We are more than our bodies. We are more than the things that we see. We are more than the things that we think about. We are more than we think we are, okay. And you need to know that, because if you know who you are, you will have very high self-esteem, okay. It's not about your nationality. It's not about your background. It's not about where you are. It's about yourself. You need to know yourself. You need to know who you are. And if you know who you are, everyone can talk shit to you, but you won't take it, because you will know that they are delusional. Everyone that is talking shit to you, telling you you're not enough or you are this or that, I mean, they are delusional, man. Like they think that about themselves. Like everyone with low self-esteem, they love to make other people feel low because they are in a low level. So they will try to make you feel bad. But if you know who you are, you know that they are delusional. And in this world, there are a lot of delusional people. They are not diagnosed, okay. If you think about it, do you think that in like mental health hospitals diagnosed everyone with delusions? I mean, no way. Like there are millions of people that are delusional, and they are not in a mental health hospital. They were never even seen by a psychiatrist or a psychologist. And that's the world. That's the world. We live in a planet where there are millions of delusional minds just walking around and talking a lot of shit. But you need to know who you are. You need to know that like nothing that they can say can affect you, because if you know who you are, you know that the only I mean, I don't know if you believe in God or not, okay? But if you believe in God, you need to think that only what God thinks about you is important, okay? If you don't believe in God, then you should believe in yourself, okay? In your real self, okay? In your inner self, okay? If you are a Buddhist, you will believe in the nirvana, okay? In the Buddha inside. If you're a Christian, you will believe in Christ, okay? But you believe in something. I believe everyone believes in something, okay? If you don't believe in anything, well, you should believe in life, okay? You should believe in life, and life is eternal. I mean, life is more than what we think it is. We don't even know exactly what is life and how life evolves, and there are a lot of things that we don't know. But what you need to know is that you need to believe in yourself. You need to believe in yourself, and you don't need to care about what others think, because remember, there are a lot of delusional minds in the world, okay, and they feel bad, okay, internally they feel bad, okay, and the only way for them to feel good is to make others feel bad. So just don't listen to them, okay? Don't listen to people. You don't need to care about what other people think or what other people say. You need to believe in yourself, and you need to have a target, okay? Once you have a target, then you need to, because of the target that you have, you will find people that can help you achieve your goals, okay? And I believe that if you have a target, okay, if you're working like crazy to hit your target, okay, to achieve your goals, if you're just focusing in achieving your goals, then you will find people that will help you achieve your goals, okay? But you need to act, you need to do something, you need to work, you need to push, you need to keep going, you need to be relentless and never give up. So you need short-term goals and you need long-term goals, okay? Long-term goals, you should have a big goals, okay? If you don't have big goals, it's because you may have low self-esteem, medium self-esteem, I don't know, but it's better to have big goals, because if you have big goals, you will get around people that will believe in bigger goals, okay? It's difficult to find, but they exist, okay? They exist. I mean, from my experience, I always had big goals. Not always. Since I was 18, I had big goals, and even before, I had, I think, moderate goals. But since I'm 18, I always had big goals, and I realized that a lot of people that I met, I mean, it's rare to find people that will believe in big things. Okay, there are not that many. A lot of people they will believe in small things. Okay, they want to do small shit. They don't want to bother. They don't want to try to achieve something big because it's fucking difficult. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of failure. It takes a lot of rejection. It takes a lot of shit. Okay, and but the good thing is that you develop a thick skin when you achieve big shit. Okay, so the thing is that it's worth it. It's worth it. So you should do it. Okay, so once you have big goals, then you need to break them into small goals. Okay, because if you only think about the big goals, you can feel bad if you don't achieve them quickly, because it takes time. It depends on how big the goal is, but it can take a long time to achieve a big goal. So once you break them, okay, then you need to have yearly goals, okay, and then monthly goals and weekly goals, but very small, okay, very small. Once you achieve a small goal, that will give you confidence, and then you need to keep achieving small goals. In reality, to achieve big goals, you need to set very small goals, okay. Now, if you don't know how to set goals, I believe I mentioned before, but you should know about SMART goals. That means specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-based. Okay, so in regards of specific goals, you need goals with the who, what, when, where, why, or which. Okay, who is involved? What do I want to accomplish? Where will it be done? And why am I doing this? You need to know your why. You need to know why do you want to do what you want to do. Okay, you need to think by yourself. Okay, don't ask people. Okay, don't ask your friends. Don't ask anybody. You need to think by yourself. What do you want to do? You need to write that down, and then you need to work on it. Measurable, does your goal include how much or how many? Goals should allow you to track your progress and measure the outcome. So you need to hit your target. Okay, if you don't hit your target, you won't feel good about yourself. Okay, but when you hit your target, you feel good about yourself, and that gives you confidence to hit a bigger target. Okay, everything, especially in business, you always need to hit small goals. Okay, you need to close a small deal, and then you need to close another small deal, and then you need to close a bigger deal, and then maybe 10 times the same size, and then you can get to the next size deal. Okay, then once you do that, and then once you hit the next target, you will be able to feel confident with yourself, and then you will be able to achieve bigger deals. Okay, it's not good for you to set a goal that is unrealistic, because you will just feel depressed all the time. I mean, and then you will feel anxiety. Like if you study, okay, or if you know rich people, okay, and poor people, okay. I don't know any rich person that sets like very unrealistic goals, or goals that are not achievable, or goals that are just stupid. Okay, but I know a lot of fucking poor people and middle class. Like I know a lot of people, but mainly poor people. They just think they are delusional a lot of times. Like I mean, I think that's why a lot of people play the lottery, because that is like you're setting a totally unrealistic goal. Okay, you really think that you're gonna win the lottery. Like it's just not gonna happen. Like it's just like there are only one winner. Okay, and millions pay to buy tickets. So that's an example of an unrealistic goal, and that's not the only example. Okay, there are loads of unrealistic goals. But wealthy people, they have processes, they have systems in place, they have the network, they know what they're doing. They know everyone that needs to be involved in the deal, and they achieve their goals. Okay, that's how it works. And if you know wealthy people, they have small goals. A lot of times they have big goals long term, but they focus in small things. Okay, they will set a very small goal. For example, they want to make let's say 50K. Okay, I mean, if you're in business and it's your first year in business, you should have as a target make maybe turning over 70K, 80K. That's realistic. Okay, but even if you make 40, 50K, I mean, the thing is that there's a big difference between turnover and profit. Okay, then or your revenue. So you should have as revenue probably 80, 100K, and well, it depends on the business. Well, we teach that you should have a very, very profitable business with almost no overheads for your first business. So then you can have probably 80% profit, 90% profit, because I mean, you don't need employees for your first business. You don't need to think about fucking offices, retail space. You shouldn't think about those things if you are running your first business. Okay, you have no experience. You don't know how to do anything. You don't know how to sell, to pay for your commercial space or for your rent, office rent, employees. You don't need that if it's your first business. If you're running your first business, you need to work by yourself. You should be doing everything, and you should be making all the money. Okay, you don't need to share because you don't have enough. You don't have enough, and if it's your first, and you shouldn't even think about getting external finance for your first business. You should run a business that requires no capital. Okay, there are businesses like that, and that's what we teach. Okay, if it's your second, third business, if you're adding multiple streams of income, then yeah, no problem. You can hire people, you can rent office space, then you can do different things. But your first business, you shouldn't think about that. So you need to be realistic. Okay, you need to know that you will be bringing the revenue by yourself. Okay, and you will be keeping all the profits for yourself. Okay, so that you should do that if it's your first business. So that's something realistic. And if it's your first year, you will be making 50K net, or probably 100K net. It depends. There are a lot of cases where, I mean, now with the internet, you can make $1 million a year without having employees, or with one assistant or two assistants. Like that's the world we live in. Okay, now there are 12, 13 years old making 6 figures a year. I mean, that's how the world is now. Okay, but you need to be realistic. Okay, it's very, very important to be realistic, because if you are realistic, you will achieve your small goals. You will build your confidence, your self-esteem, and then you will be able to talk to people about bigger goals, about bigger things, about achieving bigger targets, and doing bigger deals. Okay, now coming back to depression, I mean, I believe that if you have goals that are like worth investing your time and your life, then I don't think I think you should beat depression by having massive goals, and by working on that, and by not giving up, okay? And by, you need to win the time race, okay? Because you just shouldn't have the time to be depressed. Okay, it's like when you don't have the time to do shit. Okay, if you don't have the time to hang around losers, if you don't have the time to hang around toxic people, then you won't be depressed, because you won't have the time to be depressed. So is something about time, okay? If you think about the theory of relativity, okay, and what Einstein was thinking about, you will realize a lot of things. Okay, you can realize that, for example, what Einstein said is that if you have two people, one is in a different planet or out of this planet, and the other person is here, the time that takes for a person to be old here is different than the time that will take another person to be old somewhere else. Okay, so someone leaves the planet at 20 and comes back 50 years later looking like that person is 25, while someone here is 70. Okay, so that exists. Okay, and if you have goals, you have targets in your life, you will realize that. Okay, but that also exists with your network. If your network is shit, okay, if everyone around you is negative and toxic, then it will be difficult for you to achieve your goals. But you can do it. The only problem is that it will take you longer, okay? And at some point, the people around you will change, okay? Everyone will change, because they will hate you. If you achieve some success, a lot of people won't like you, okay? Because losers don't like winners, okay? They hate winners. They hate successful people, so they won't like you, okay? Unless they are inspired by you. If they are inspired by you, then they will like you, okay? Then they will want to be like you, and they will take your advice, and they will improve their lives as well. So the time that will take you to achieve your goals depends of your network, depends of the people around you. So time changes, okay? The time that will take you to hit your target depends of your network. So you need to get around the right people, okay? But first you need to have a target, okay? So set your goals. You need goals, okay? And work in your goals all the time, so that you don't have the time to be depressed. Thanks for listening, and we will see you in the next episode.